Okay, hello. Hello to my subscribers. As I know, you probably will be watching this video, and I've already asked you all not to do a thumbs up on this. I only want a thumbs up from Roy and or his family. And so, all right. Anyway, today is July the 8th of 2015. I'm going to do part 3 of the dream. I got a one thumbs up, on the one I did last night. And so my daughter says, "Well, Mom, you don't know if that was him that did it or not." I said, "Well, I don't know that, no. But all right, I'm going to get into this. Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry, while on others thou art calling. Do not pass me by. Savior, Savior, hear my humble cry, while on others thou art calling. Do not pass me by. Do not pass me by. I love you, Jesus. I love you. You know, Lord, that doing these about that dream is very hard on me to do. And I still thank you, Jesus, for the dream. I thank you for the dream. I'm not sure what it means, but I'm going to get into the third part. So I want to say too, before I start this out, I took a little note. We have to remember, again, like I said on other videos, we will not remember the former things here on earth. That's why we say goodbye to our loved ones, and we say that we'll see them in heaven. We hope we do. But we won't remember. I mean, if they made it to heaven, wonderful. We'll see them, and we will recognize them. If they didn't make it to heaven, then we won't know. We won't know, because He won't show us the pain and the sorrow and the loss. He wants everything to be happy and joyous in heaven. All right, now this one is going to be hard. This one will be a hard one. All right, now we left off last night when you and I left your son's house. Okay, the next picture, it's something how I can remember all that. But the next one flashed to Mitchell says, "Well, we need to go somewhere." And I said, "Where?" And he said, "Well, just wait. We'll be there in a minute." Well, we went to the cemetery where his wife and his son were buried. And he stood at his wife's grave. And I kind of hung onto his arm. I didn't hold his hand, but I kind of hung onto his arm. He stood there at her grave. And he told her, he said, "You know that I loved you. We had a lot of good years together. And I just wanted to say that I know that you would have wanted me to be happy. And I brought Gloria with me. I brought her with me. And so then you cried a little bit. You knelt down, and I kind of patted you a little bit on your back, And I said, it's okay. It's okay. So, all right, then we walked away from the grave. And then he wanted to show me where his son was buried. So the next picture was us standing by his son's grave. And that was very touching. Just very, very sad, very touching. And okay, so then after that, then we got back in the van. We got in the van. We just kind of drove around. We drove around, and it was getting about time to eat. Again, time to eat, because I know that he's diabetic too. You're diabetic too. We went to Hardee's there in Sullivan. We went to Hardee's, and we took our food, and we parked. I'm not sure where that was that we parked. We parked and we ate. We ate. And then I told him, I said, would you want to go back to Mattoon and go out to Dodge Grove? He said, sure, we can do that. After he got, composed and better and stuff. He said he felt better after we went to his wife's grave. He felt better. So we drove back to Mattoon then, and we went to, I'm watching time, we went to my mom and dad's graves, and then I broke down. And he kind of grabbed a hold of my hand. He grabbed a hold of my hand. He said, it's okay. And he said, I cared very deeply about about Hayward and your mother. But everybody always called Mother Peg. Her name was Pauline, but everybody always called her Peggy. I never did really know why, but everybody always called my mom Peggy. So maybe that was a nickname my daddy had for her. I don't know, but everybody called her Peg. But anyway, we were standing there, and I talked to my mom and my dad. I said some things to them, and then we walked away, and I can't pause this, people. But I remember seeing the beautiful flowers, all the pretty colored flowers. See, I blocked my dad's funeral out. A lot of it, I blocked it out. I said this on other videos, but anyway, it's like in the dream, the Lord was showing me all these beautiful, beautiful flowers, all different kinds of flowers, pinks and blues and purples and all different types of flowers. Flowers everywhere. Just seemed like flowers were everywhere. That was in the dream. And I remember Mitchell telling me when we got back in the van, he said, Gloria, it's going to be okay. He said it to me that time, because I was always telling him it's going to be okay. But he said it to me that time. Everything's going to be okay. And I said, yeah, we don't know how much time we have left before Jesus comes. We don't know. And what I don't know is where my little church was, where it was at. It was a little not a real small building, but medium-sized building. But I'm not sure where it was. I don't know where that part. I don't know where it was. And but I wanted to share that. And like I said, it was just a really, really long dream. A really, really long with just. It's kind of hard to talk tonight. It's hard to talk. It's just really hard to talk, because going to his wife's grave, it was really hard on him. He was with you were with her over 40 some years. I've been to Janesville one time to Joyce's father, to Steve's grave, just once. Just one time. And, but anyway, it's just hard to say. And we're already up to 10 minutes and 25 seconds. Excuse me. Lord, I just wish I knew what the dream, what all that meant, what it all meant. All the colors, the distinctful colors, and I'm just kind of at a loss for words. All I know is that we took our food again. That was after we ate. When we went to the cemetery, I think it was after we ate. When we went to his wife's grave, and we went to Patrick's grave. Like I said, then we came back to Mattoon, to Dodge Grove. And my grandma always liked you, and that's right, because we drove out to Lake Paradise. I wanted to show you where my grandma was buried. The man that she had married, that's a long story, but anyway, had his tombstone removed, but I took him out there and showed him where my grandma Bert was buried. And he said, yeah, I said, she was a nice lady. And he remembered her 12 minutes. He remembered my grandma. And we just more or less just rode around and just like a brand new, see, my hands are shaking. See, they're shaking. You know, I knew this one was going to be hard to do. I knew it was going to be hard to do. I didn't really realize how hard it was going to be on me to do this one. Because there's other things too. But the most important thing is, I have to remember this too. It was a dream, but the dream was given to me by God. By God. So there is a meaning to it. There's a meaning to it. That I don't know. 13 minutes. That I don't know. I will say one thing. We were in a little church service. All of us. My family. All of Roy's family. We were all in my little church service. We had all had like a little service. We were singing, and some of us were praying, and to some, it was like a new experience because they had never had that kind of an experience before. But there was happiness. There was happiness. You know, and again, I don't know what the dream meant. I don't know what it meant. So this will probably be the end of this one. 14 minutes. This will probably be the end of this. It's very, very hard on me to do this. It's harder than I thought it would be. Even though the Lord has given me strength, it's harder than I thought it would be. And He walks with me, and He talks with me, and He tells me I am His own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He walks with us and He talks with us, and it's up to almost 15 minutes. So, alrighty. I gotta go.